Alrighty, what's up everybody? Jonathan here with Boston Collectors, and in today's video, is it worth the price? Mace Windu from Attack of the Clones. Let's go ahead and get into it. As always, the first thing that jump out at you is that price tag. So he's priced at $279, which is where Anakin Skywalker is as well from Attack of the Clones. The NRD is going to be priced at $28. They went ahead and rounded up for this one, and the max number of payments is 5. Now, mind you, those start as early as September 5th in 2023. Now, with that out of the way though, because the next thing that sort of jump out at you, right, is that expected to ship date. Now, we are inching up on 2023, but man, when you see January 2024 and June of 2024, that is a very wide window. And, you know, a lot of us are excited, right? Now, the photos are not filled in on the website, but that's okay because we do have the photos from the Hot Toys official Facebook page. But before we jump into that, let's go ahead and see what we have in the box. So we have the authentic and detailed likeness of Samuel L. Jackson as seen in Star Wars Attack of the Clones movie. We also have 30 points of articulations in the body. We also have 5 pieces of interchangeable hands, including 1 pair of force-using hands, 1 relaxed right hand, and 1 pair of accessory-holding hands. We have 4 pieces of interchangeable armored hands, including 1 force-using hand, 1 relaxed right hand, and 1 pair of accessory-holding hands. Now, the accessory-holding hands, I'd imagine, is for the lightsaber. For some reason, they just chose to call it an accessory, which it is, but I feel like they used to say lightsaber. I could be wrong. And as always, we have the head sculpt, which is specially painted, and the special packaging design meant for Star Wars Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary. As for the costume, we have a dark colored brown Jedi robe, a brown colored robe with the belt, 1 beige colored tunic, the brown colored belt, 1 pair of beige colored pants, and last but not least, a pair of dark brown colored boots. As for the weapons, we have 1 LED lighted purple lightsaber, which will be USB power operated, and 1 purple lightsaber blade in motion, which will be attachable to the hilt, and last but not least, 1 lightsaber hilt, which you don't have to worry about the cords with that one. Lastly, for the accessories, we have 1 pair of forearm armor, 1 holocaster, and 1 hologram figure of Yoda. And with it, as always, we have the specially themed Star Wars base for the figure. And before we go ahead and move on over to the photos, we have a couple tidbits here. The light up function is in fact operated by the USB power. It's going to have a USB-C adapter, which is included. However, the USB connecting cable is not included for the collectible, and the USB-C cable is required. Again, since we don't have photos here, we're going to go ahead and jump on over to Facebook. Now, getting into it, this is huge. All right, and we're going to break down some comparisons here in a minute. But for now, this was huge. The excitement was crazy, at least in this house. So let me know how you all felt about it when he was announced. Again, we have the stunning first photo here of Samuel L. Jackson as Mace Windu. The purple lightsaber lit up looks incredible. Man, this is just... In terms of the outfit too, the costume design, it looks phenomenal. I'm not really a fan of the robe, but this is screen accurate. It's just the robe design that I'm not a fan of, and I'm pretty sure that's for when he's on the console. The one thing that's really kind of irritating me a bit are the hands. I just really wish they would have given us 2 of these specific kind of hands, the C gripping hands, and maybe even a pair of these here. I'm not really a fan of that personally. We got them here with the forearm armor, which is in fact, as you can see here, the bonus forearm armor from Star Wars The Clone Wars animated series. First person I thought of, and chances are you thinking it too. Where's Obi-Wan? And for the custom folks, you can still put this on an Obi-Wan if you choose to. Just probably not the hands, right? That might not work out for you. And here's everything that we have included here in terms of the accessories, but obviously we have the accessories page to go over as well. The hands, that's really it for me. I'm not really sure. We do have the relaxed hands. I'm not sure why the page, I'm pretty sure the page said 1 relaxed right hand. We have a pair. It says 1, right? 1 relaxed right hand. I'm not sure what I'm missing here. 1 pair of force using hands, 1 pair of accessory holding hands. I'm Not sure. Unless they're saying these are Force hands? I don't know, man. I'm just going to chalk that up to a typo on Sideshow's end. But again, as we get back to it, powerful stance. It looks like maybe, I want to say maybe wiring here in the tunic and the robe as well, possibly. It could be some Photoshop magic. Could be. Looks good though, regardless. That's wow. Now this right here, because I do feel like, and the wife and I talked about it a bit, this is probably where you really get to see Samuel Jackson's likeness shine through what we have here in the promotional material. This is phenomenal. The shadow work, the lighting, absolutely beautiful. The rest of it, I have to admit, you can tell that this is supposed to be Samuel Jackson, but I think the only thing that's probably not doing it for me are the eyes. Everything else is perfectly fine, and in my opinion. Let me know what you all think down below. If you think the likeness is there 100%, if you think it need a little bit of work. Here though, you can't tell. This looks beautiful, perfect. Wow, this is phenomenal. I went ahead and picked up 2, by the way. Well, we're still going to talk about if it's worth it or not, but just a heads up, I went ahead and picked up 2. I'm going to need one for the console shelf, and I'm also going to need one with the Clone Wars armor. These boots as well look really good. I'm going to go ahead and say maybe this is sort of like a cloth-like material, which will make it a lot easier for us to pose. I want to say there might be a slight rocker there in the ankle. Obviously, we're able to sort of have him pivot his ankle there a little bit. Just not feeling these hands, man. I don't know what this is. That's not it. That's not it for me. Really nice. That looks good. Yeah, they did a great job. Portrait again, I just think it's really here. And I have a couple photos for you all to check out in a minute before we really start talking about if it's worth it. Wow, that looks, again, from the side, that looks like Samuel Jackson. And when they start utilizing shadows a bit more, that's you can see it. 100%. Looks phenomenal. I also pointed out in our Discord server that you probably wouldn't want the Sir system because where's the seam gonna be? You can't do anything here, right? But then you could argue, well, if you had separated the neck from the head, maybe you could have done something there, but maybe due to the licensing, maybe they just couldn't do that. Or they just liked the look of this, the seamless appearance. Love this. Really good. Now that we're here at the accessories page, you can kind of see everything that we get here, right? I was really hoping though for a hologram that would maybe tease a future figure, but it's Yoda. I was really hoping for Plo or another character, Ayla Secura or somebody, Depa Billaba, but no, we just got Yoda. That's unfortunate. We didn't even get Anakin and Obi-Wan. We do get the base here. It's just a standard base as well as the console flooring. In terms of the hand selection, you can see that again. I want to say this is a pair of relaxed hands. I'm not really sure where that extra force gesture is in the regular hand selection, not the armor hand selection. But I don't know, man. This is, I really wish we could get pairs of the C gripping hands that don't have the armor on it. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what they do there. But in terms of everything we see here for $279, I think for everything that we have here, especially considering Anakin was also priced at $279, he comes with the Sir system. He's also utilizing 2 different USB lightsabers. Very interesting to see that we're paying $279 for this. I think it's also Samuel Jackson. They know we've been waiting for this figure, so $279 sounds about right for all of the hype included, the long wait time. Is it worth it? I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. We've been waiting for a very long time for this specific figure, and I think he turned out amazing. Now in terms of the portrait, I do have a couple tidbits on this, but it's mainly just here. It's the eyes. It's this entire area from the eyebrows down to the bridge of his nose. That's the only thing that need work. As you can see here, we do have a couple of images. So starting with this one first, again, you can see it, right? You can see it. I think everything is fine up until you get to the eyes. Everything else looks perfectly fine. The costuming is done very well. Tailoring looks good. But again, as you start to pay attention here, maybe even the above the upper lip there could come down just a little bit, but it could just be the positioning of the portrait. And it's also lighting. Lighting play a factor in this as well, right? In photography, you do want that lighting to sort of separate you from the background. He doesn't have it here on the right side, but that could be playing a small trick on our eyes. And it's also his head here on the right side is kind of facing down a little bit, but that's beside the point. It's still in the eyes to me. Phenomenal. Really great likeness. Obviously, he's not in the Jedi robe there, but you get the point. And then last but not least, we have this one. I can see him. It's just, and again, keep in mind, this is the prototype. I'm not here to rag on Hot Toys. So, just keep in mind before you comment that this is a prototype. And they usually go back and they try to fix that up. So let's hope that they do that. But other than that, I can see it on a shelf. I can see it depending on the lighting that you go with. You can see it obviously playing with shadows a little bit, and that's something that they did in their photo work. You can start to see Samuel L. Jackson's likeness. Let's see if we can find that photo super quick. Here it is. That looks like him. It could be another figure where you need it in hand in order to see it. You might need this prototype at Secret Base. You might need a photographer out there to check it out and shoot some photos of it before we can really say, because let's face it, these are promotional photos, so keep that in mind. Let us know what you all think down below. Did you pick up Mace Windu? Did you pick up 2? Is it crazy to pick up 2? Are you going to army build Mace Windu? Let us know down below. As always, this is Jonathan with Boston Collectors. Stay tuned. We have a couple more reviews on the way. Captain Vaughn, K2SO. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you enjoyed it. And we'll catch you on the flippity flop.